everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Costume Couture.
Yes.
Don't know why I said like that, but welcome to Costume Couture.
Costume Couture.
Costume Couture. What are we talking about today?
Well, first, I'm Rae.
Oh, that's right. It's been a while, can you tell?
Yeah. I missed you too, boo.
I know. I'm lost.
You're Ian?
I am Ian. Hi.
Yes, you're Ian.
I am. I've always been Ian.
If you are new to our show, we talk cosplay and we talk costumes and we talk the various aspects about it, how to do it, where we get our sources. We're talking about some of the coolest parts about costumes and fashion. Yeah. Now, the past, if you watch regularly, last month we did a feature on a character who was Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And this month we're doing a feature on her partner in crime, the Joker.
Yeah. It just happened like that. It wasn't, y'all voted, so that's
y'all voted.
That's not our fault. It just happens to be another DC character.
We had 3 other characters on the list. You guys voted for this. So, you dug your grave.
Yes.
Or you picked the topic. Just watch the show.
Exactly. So, the Joker. We're doing a character profile. Woohoo. Arguably the most iconic villain ever created for comic books. Is that accurate?
I'd say he's up there with Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
The two are pretty synonymous with their hero. And I'm not going to say he's the best villain in comics, but
I will.
I think Magneto is a much better comic book villain. Not movie villain. Screw that noise. Screw that noise.
Yeah, Magneto's gone good for some things. Joker's just
Every movie, though. He's half bad and half good.
I know.
That's not...
Joker's just pure evil.
Yes, exactly. And that's why we love him. So he's my favorite character to hate. That I'm supposed to. You know, that he's written like that.
Yes.
He is a bona fide psychopath, and he was created that way, but thanks to the Adam West show, he became very silly.
Yes. He was silly for a good run in his comic books, too.
About the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, 60s, 70s, and then 80s and 90s went hardcore, and then now he's just brutal.
Yes.
But he first appeared in Batman #1. That was April 25th, 1940.
Okay, now just so you guys know, that is not the first Batman comic. That was Detective Comics.
Yes.
So, keep in mind this is a good, a year, 2 years later?
Yeah.
Where they gave Batman his first title, and the Joker was the first villain in said title.
Yes, Bob Kane, Bill Finger, and Jerry Robinson created this clown that we know, and they based the design off of a 1928 film.
The Man Who Laughs.
Yes. And the man, we don't know what his, we think Gwynplaine is how we're going to pronounce it.
But it's a foreign film. It's a silent film, so we never hear the pronunciation in the film itself. So even if it's not pronounced that, if it's pronounced something else, and historians pronounce it differently,
we don't know. So
there is no way to 100% know for sure at this point.
But his design was based off of the man's creepy smile.
The character was disfigured in an accident to where he had a perpetual smile, and he played kind of a operatic phantom clown kind of character.
It was very weird.
Go ahead and search it, and we'll have a picture somewhere in here.
He's creepy.
Yeah.
He's
but you
just
can
downright
tell,
creepy.
as soon as you see it, you're like, that's the Joker.
Oh yeah, that's the 1928 version of the Joker, for sure.
Absolutely.
And Joker has gone through many, many looks. We will not cover all those looks here because he has too many. We're going to cover the core ones from the movies, some core ones from the comics, animated series, video games, and then kind of mush them all together.
As well as our favorite Joker cosplayers.
Yes.
And go ahead and give all those guys some love.
Yes,
they're
love.
fantastic.
So let's start from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So 1940.
He already has that green, white, and purple aesthetic.
He does. He has his colors. He has the smile. nothing really changes for him.
Until the 60s when Cesar Romero shows up.
Yeah. So, excuse me, we have the Joker in his classic purple suit, classic green hair, white face, and then jump into 1966, I think.
Well, very briefly, I want to touch on this. So if you don't know, the 1950s brought on McCarthyism and the attack on American homosexuals and communism, and Batman was deemed too dark. His relationship with Robin was deemed homosexual. Yeah. So they lightened him up. The comics ethics code was created, and the Joker kind of disappeared in the 50s. He was not heavily featured.
Yeah.
It wasn't really, I'm not going to say that he wasn't in any issues for a decade, because he was.
Yeah.
He just wasn't as prominent.
Correct.
It wasn't until the Adam West show, the 1966 Batman show, where we really got to see the Joker again. And by then, Cesar Romero was not an important character. The Joker...
He was just another bad guy.
Yeah. The Riddler was the leader, and when it wasn't the Riddler, it was the Penguin.
Correct.
So the Joker episodes really portrayed him as a fool.
Yeah, he was a goofball. His crimes revolved around him, defacing sculptures or, trying to capture Batman and, doing something weird. It wasn't,
Absolutely.
necessarily life-threatening.
No.
I mean, the character King Tut did more damage, I think, than Joker ever
Absolutely.
did.
Mr. Freeze was more prominent, or I guess created a larger threat.
Yes.
Some of these other characters were just more villainous.
Yeah. Joker, they just made him like a court jester, kind of.
Yeah.
And you could see that in his appearance, because in the very first issue of Batman #1, he has the dark purple. His colors are very dark. In the 60s, it's almost kind of a fuchsia pink coat. It's not really even purple.
Mm-hmm.
And he has, the white face paint and the green hair and the, the red smile and a mustache.
Yes.
Cesar Romero refused to shave his mustache the movie, and I believe the show as well.
Definitely the show. It's pretty sad they couldn't just CGI that mustache out.
I know. Recent events.
Shade.
But with that character, I don't want to say they're lazy with his look, because that was still, getting the full face paint and everything, but they didn't do his neck. They didn't do, he wore purple gloves.
Yes.
But they didn't do his wrists that were prominently shown. And for me, that irritates the shit out of me. Because, it's such an OCD thing. And this goes for, Joker cosplayers as well. If you're going to cosplay the Joker from the Arkham games, from the Batman '89 movie, the Injustice, the Suicide Squad, whatever.
If you're portraying a Joker that has his entire skin changed, it's not
the whole Ace Chemicals disaster.
Yes.
Paint your wrists, or find a white sleeve that you can put on something, because that irritates the crap out of me so much.
It's small details like that which really elevate your cosplay. Mm-hmm. Now I don't care if you do it or not, but I definitely will notice if you do, and I'll be really impressed that you went that extra.
And I get you don't want to put, makeup here because it'll get on the sleeve or, whatever. I get that. Scotch guard. Or do a white, like I said, a white sleeve, like a white Under Armour thing.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because all I see is this little bit, and that's it.
Yes.
So that's just a tip for all you Joker cosplayers. I know that's probably nitpicking, and I might get hate for it, but
yeah, it's fine.
It's something that, unless you're doing Cesar Romero. If you're doing Cesar Romero Joker, then obviously do that.
If you do Heath Ledger, that's fine too.
Yeah, and Heath Ledger, that's true. And Heath Ledger. But, if you're doing any other Joker that really,
where
has
the
that...
chemicals altered his skin color.
Do your wrists and your neck, please. Especially the back of your neck.
This has been Rant by Ian. Let's jump forward to 1988.
Okay.
Because 1988 was the turning point for Joker, in my opinion. A Death in the Family comes out, and The Killing Joke comes out. Both come out that year. 1988 is an incredible year for Joker. He goes from laughing stock of the DC Batman Rogues Gallery to all of a sudden his number one enemy.
Yeah, and he does some not nice things.
Oh, yeah. So, Death in the Family, if you don't know, in 1983, they introduced a replacement for Dick Grayson as Robin. He became Nightwing. And look up the original Nightwing costume, because it's
ridiculous.
That is fantastic.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So good.
Fight crime on that, please. I dare you. I'm hiding the shadows by light blue and gold. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
So good. He looked like a competitive ice dancer.
Like a Russian competitive ice dancer. Bingo.
That was it. Okay, on to Death in the Family. So Jason Todd becomes the new Robin, and avid comic book fans hated this Robin. Thought he was just a little shit. And they were tired of it. They were getting hate mail of it. They put a survey in the back of the comic book and said, if you want Robin to die, you call this 1-800 number.
Yeah, it was a vote.
If you want Robin to live, you call this 1-800 number.
And they wanted him dead.
Because avid comic book readers didn't like him. The people who were fans of Dick Grayson in the 60s and 70s, or even earlier, were horrified that they killed off a child.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrified. But who was behind it all? The Joker. The Joker murdered Jason Todd.
And not only that, he tortured him.
Yes.
And this Joker, they went back to the darker color scheme. They went back to the dark purple suit. They did the elongated chin. They did the whole Ace Chemicals, look. And mind you, before the Ace Chemicals, he was also known as the Red Hood.
Yes.
And the Red Hood being, he had a red kind of dome hood suit on, like an operatic suit, and then a little cape. Altercation with Batman pushed or fell into the Ace Chemicals vat and turns it into, the Joker. And we find that out in The Killing Joke.
Yes. If you don't want to read the 4-part Death in the Family, look up the movie Under the Red Hood. That was the first animated appearance I'd seen somebody else voice the Joker. It was
Bender.
The same John DiMaggio.
Yep.
And it was different. It grew on me though. It was good.
The Joker was good. I like this Joker.
Front hand, back hand.
Front hand.
Mine was more flashy maitre d'.
Yes. That Joker was very good.
He was vicious and psychopathic. It was a fun film. So if you don't want to read the comics, but you want to know what we're talking about, I suggest Under the Red Hood. Plus, if you're a Supernatural fan, Jensen Ackles plays Red Hood.
Oh,
no comment?
Yes. I forgot about that.
Neil Patrick Harris plays Nightwing.
Which is interesting.
So interesting.
Very interesting.
Jason Isaacs plays Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, however you want to pronounce it. So
it's Raish.
Great cast. Bruce Greenwood plays Batman.
Yeah. It's a good cast.
Yeah.
But that Joker, he has kind of longer green hair. They kind of took a page from The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger's long green hair, but then mixed it with the classic Joker.
I appreciate that they didn't necessarily use the one from the 80s because that look had been adopted in the Batman animated series. And since this was the first time Mark Hamill hadn't come back for a Joker voiceover, it was the second time?
Yeah, because remember the Batman cartoon from like 2003 and 2006?
Oh my god.
Where Kevin Michael Richardson voiced
Michael Richardson did it.
Voiced Joker with the dreadlocks.
Oh.
It was a cool looking Joker.
The dreadlocks.
It was a cool looking Joker.
I forgot about the dreadlocks.
So let's back up though.
Richardson is a gem.
He is. So we're going all over the place.
National treasure.
Let's go back to the 80s.
Okay.
So we have that Joker. We have the Killing Joke Joker.
Now the Killing Joke Joker looks just like the Death in the Family one because it all came out in the same year, except for one couple of panels when he's in full vacation mode.
And he shoots Barbara Gordon.
That is one of my favorite cosplays. I love...
He's in a Hawaiian shirt.
I love when people do the Hawaiian shirt
camera,
Joker.
and board shorts.
It's so fun.
It is.
But he is all white everywhere. That is
Yes.
That is a white skin.
And we find out why he's white in that comic and
Yes.
what have you, and why, he dons, the purple suit and all that good stuff.
You get his backstory. You see him
yes,
ruthlessly gun down Barbara Gordon. And from 88 to New 52, she was Oracle.
yes. Very rarely does she go back as Batgirl, and she has some kind of cybernetic enhancement that lasts a mini issue and then it stops working because the batteries are dead. I don't know. That's how things work. You didn't get those good lithium batteries. I'm so sorry. But the Killing Joke Joker was a heavy inspirational concept for the Joker that Jack Nicholson played in Tim Burton's Batman.
Yes, and that is very visible by the hat.
Yes, the hat and the
smile.
The smile, which, before the only Joker that we saw live action was Cesar Romero, and they just painted the red on, which still did the job very well.
But that prosthetic was so intense.
It was. It's, that perma smile.
Yes.
And
that was V. Neal's work, right? Because she was working with Tim Burton throughout the 80s.
That was V. Neal. Yeah, I think that was V. Neal. But that Joker that Jack Nicholson played is, for the longest time was people's Joker.
Yes.
Especially for people who were born in the 70s and 80s.
It's just like when people say Michael Keaton is my Batman, then most likely Jack Nicholson is their Joker.
Yeah. I was born in the 90s, so Heath Ledger, I knew more as Joker, and Mark Hamill.
Yes.
So those are my two Jokers.
Mark Hamill is my Joker.
Yes. But Jack Nicholson's Joker, it looked like he just stepped off the pages of that comic.
Yes, absolutely.
It was creepy.
How the hell did Jack Nicholson pull off a dapper Easter hat so well? Like, that shouldn't work on people.
I think it's the green hair, because the purple hat, green hair, purple and green go well together.
No, you're totally right. The color scheme is great, but, just that hat it's so ridiculous.
It is.
No other Joker
That movie was ridiculous.
The movie was ridiculous. I don't care what you say. Ridiculous doesn't mean bad.
No, it was a good
over
ridiculous.
The top. And we got to see Joker in psychotic mode, but he also toyed with people in a way that we hadn't seen before.
He did. He took a little bit of Cesar Romero in the funny bit, but it was so dark. Yeah. It was just dark humor where, he had the, the joy buzzer, and he shook the board member's hand and then lit him up like a Christmas tree, and then he was laughing at his corpse.
Absolutely.
So,
that movie solidified.
We have Ace the Bat Hound here too, guys. Shh. So, no.
So that movie pretty much solidified Batmania, and I'm gonna say for mainly the rest of the 90s, that was it.
Yeah.
That's the world's concept of Batman and the Joker.
And the Bruce Timm design took inspiration from the
Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, they both used that as their inspiration for Gotham, their inspiration for all of the villains, and including Joker himself.
They did.
The Mark Hamill version is really similar.
It is. He did a couple of redesigns. There was the early 90s, and then he had a slight redesign with the New Adventures, which took away the red grin and took away the
green hair. He had black hair.
He had black with a green streak.
Eyes.
Yes, with white pupils.
Yes.
It was very creepy.
It was.
It
100%.
was. It was very, slimmed down. He had very, asymmetrical lines, and that Joker design isn't my favorite.
No.
But he got another redesign when the Justice League cartoon came out.
Yes.
And he came back with more prominent features with black lips instead of red.
Yes.
Green hair. It was that very, much New Adventures of Batman look that they wanted to do, but I don't think they did.
I'll agree with that. I think that Justice League didn't quite hit the mark as well as Batman the Animated Series did.
The original, first season.
Yes. The first couple seasons of Batman the Animated Series is some of the best animation ever done.
Oh, for sure.
It's incredibly stylized that many have mimicked, but few have gotten right.
Yes.
And it also created an entire generation's images of
these
Batman.
characters. Yes. And that Joker, again, he has the purple trench coat, purple suit, like a lavender, I think, vest, yellow shirt, and then a blue tie, like a blue, like, little bow.
Mm-hmm.
And that Joker, and he has like little, the flower that can squirt gas or acid or whatever.
Whatever he wants it to squirt that day.
That Joker, for the longest time, was the animated version of the Joker until the Batman cartoon came out in the mid-2000s.
Yes.
And that was a whole redesign. And that Joker was the definitive animated Joker until the Batman cartoon in the mid-2000s.
Yes.
Now, with that Joker, he got a whole new redesign. Every single character got a new redesign.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, Mr. Freeze basically had like an ice thing on him.
Mm-hmm.
Joker had green dreadlocks and purple eyes with yellow corneas.
Yeah.
It was very, very different and extremely, they didn't want to do what the animated series did with these characters.
I get that. I know they wanted a huge departure. It's just like how Nolan wanted a completely different Joker from Burton's.
Yes, and this Joker was very different.
Yes.
In the first, I think, either season or first few episodes, he was in a straitjacket and, like, stripy, swirly, like circus performer pants, basically. And later on down the road, he got his classic purple and, green attire. Like, he never wore shoes. And
how did that make you feel?
It was weird. He didn't have shoes on, like, sir.
I miss the kitten heels from Batman the Animated Series. He wore those.
He did. He did.
He wore kitten heels.
But it was a weird design, but the way that Kevin Michael Richardson voiced him worked.
Made you kind of forget about the odd
I'm like, this is a very weird Joker. And again,
I get that.
They did a little more humor in that Joker than the animated series, which was very, very dark. Because mind you, this was mid-2000s, and things were trying to get lighter with cartoons, which sucks. Because they don't make them like they did in the 90s.
No.
Design-wise and writing-wise.
I thought Batman Brave and the Bold was much funnier.
Oh, I hated that show so much.
Oh my god, they kept making adult jokes hidden. Like, they have that entire song with
they do with
Birds of Prey.
Yeah, no, but I still hated that series so much.
I thought it was funny. I don't think Oswald from the Drew Carey Show should have voiced Batman, but whatever.
No, it was not
my circus, not my monkeys.
So we had that Joker in the mid-2000s, and then in 2008
brings about Heath Ledger.
Yes.
And such controversial casting.
Which, when you first heard that Heath Ledger was going to play the Joker,
everybody lost their shit.
Everyone was like, who? What?
Why? The guy from 10 Things?
Yeah.
And right? Tale? Like, are you serious?
What? But then when the footage was first shown and when set pictures started to leak and official images were shown.
People were changing their tunes fast.
This Joker was very much rooted in that universe. And that universe was very much not superpowers, not comic-y. It was
he wanted it to be as
dark,
realistic
grim, and
as possible.
So that Joker wore face paint as kind of war paint, as they say in the movies.
Yeah.
He dyed his hair green. He has scars that represent his smile.
Yes.
Which I thought was a brilliant touch.
That was so
Instead
creative.
of just painting him on, he has actual, like the Black Dahlia murder kind of scars.
Yeah.
And again, he's in, his purple outfits, but this is so stylized.
Mm-hmm.
His undershirt has like all these hexagon patterns, and it's a light blue. His vest is a green color. His suspenders have diamonds on them, like Harley diamonds. It's really cool stuff you don't see a lot.
Intense details. It was really creative how tiny little details appeared everywhere.
Yes. And that Joker was a lot of people's version of the Joker. I love that version of the Joker.
That cosplay is incredibly easy to replicate just from a surface. If you see one reference shot, it's not hard to go to a thrift store and buy everything that you need and either modify it or just have it right then and there.
Correct.
However, it's those tiny details that catch up cosplayers, and you know, when they see more reference pictures, they notice the tiny details later on. They're like, oh, I'm going to add this next time.
And what's great about that makeup, too, is that it's so messy, you don't have to be perfect with it.
No.
Like Jack Nicholson's, it's very much, you can't just splotch it on and call it good.
Oh my God, some of the other Jokers, when they draw the smile up to the cheekbones, and I've seen the cosplayers get out like their business cards to make it incredibly straight, but here you just slap that shit on like
exactly.
it's,
just and you're good to go.
Exactly.
And the scars, you know, very much help with that too. And I've done that makeup before on someone.
Me too.
It's
on myself. I did it on myself. I'll show a picture.
I did it on someone else for a short film that I directed.
That's cool.
And you know, there is a certain pattern and a certain design that those scars did have. You can't just, you know, and call it good.
It's incredibly elegant makeup.
Well, it is, because one of them is going up, the other one's kind of just like right here. It's not full.
Side,
It's not full going up. And that's what I love about that Joker.
They're definitely not symmetrical, and there's so much shadowing on there. It's supposed to represent, like, this guy's been wearing this makeup for days, he doesn't take it off, it's very dirty. But in reality, it's somebody going in with a very fine detailed brush and adding black to everything. And that is also something that I noticed cosplayers will often miss. Especially when this is like their first cosplay and they're just doing it. They don't get the tiny little details. And
which we're not knocking on that. That's, you know.
No, that's fine. Yeah. It elevates the character in the film. It elevates your cosplay. So if you've done this cosplay and you didn't do that, look at the reference photos again and you can spot the little pieces in his brow.
He has the creases that he's been like, you know, emoting and stuff. And that Joker, again, they, you know, basically took, you know, the original Joker design and just grind him down.
Yes.
To the point where, you know.
He went from an elegant, dapper man in a tux to this psychopathic hobo look.
Yeah.
And it worked for both films so well.
It does. It works for each universe. Now, that Joker couldn't necessarily work in Tim Burton's verse.
Absolutely not.
He maybe would work as a lackey, but not as the actual Joker itself.
Right.
But that Joker was so well done and just haunts everyone's mind. And, you know, he actually won an Academy Award for that role.
Posthumously.
Yes. But he, I mean, I love that look. I really do. That's one of my favorite looks.
I know there are some people out there that dislike the Nolan films so much
for the stylization
for a ton of reasons, but I never hear anybody rag on the Joker.
That's true.
Or the way he looks.
Yes. And then from there, you have, I mean, the Joker doesn't really go through a whole lot of more transformations.
No.
There is the one that Jim Lee has done for the Hush series, which is very long, and, you know, it's a mixture of a whole lot of crap.
Yes.
But it's great, and I love it.
I also agree with that. The Jim Lee, like, I love Hush, and Jim Lee, to me, is the perfect comic book artist because everything is in proportion from top to bottom. The characters look like they are better than average, and they should. But they also look attainable, not like Rob Liefeld's like incredible giant chest, or some artists and their, you know, giant tits on the females. But
we have, you know, the Heath Ledger Joker, and then Jim Lee as Hush, not as Hush. Jim Lee portrayed Hush. That was the first kind of Joker that, you know, had a very, you know, exaggerated features.
Yes.
But still worked for what it was. Still had the classic colors, but the nose was super long. The chin was, extremely pointy.
Yes.
And, you know, he was very, very skinny. And then came the Arkham games.
Yes.
And these games, you have Mark Hamill voicing the Joker again. And this look for the Joker, it's a very just stylized version of basically the animated series.
And the Jack Nicholson, he's older and he's grizzled and he's definitely very much aged and weary, and, you know, they portrayed him as sick. They wanted to.
Yes, in the second game, he was sick, and then, spoiler alert, he dies. But the first game, he's very much, like that classic Joker, but in video game form. It's just kind of like how you would see it. And then Rocksteady...
Yeah, it's not a huge change.
No, it's not. Rocksteady did a great job with it. And they did an even better job with, I think, the Arkham Knight, which was the third one, which, higher graphics and what have you. But they showed, different versions of them. They had the Red Hood version.
Yes.
They had the Killing Joke version with the
Hawaiian shirt.
Yes.
And the camera.
And I mean, those Jokers are beautiful.
Yes.
And that's a great video game version of them. But the next kind of, I guess, big push version that we get. Just hold on. Let me just.
All right. So, Jared Leto. When he was cast, I was very excited. I was like,
I was too.
This man can pull off crazy.
Yeah. I was too. He's a method actor.
And his acting wasn't the issue.
No, his acting was great.
It was the environment surrounding him.
No, his look was the issue.
Well, I also blame, that room full of knives that he's just laying in. That was stupid.
It was
stupid.
Well...
If they were just scattered everywhere...
But it does seem like something crazy he would do. So it kind of worked.
No, to me it came off like he was just laying down on the floor and he asked his henchmen to arrange them around him or something like that. It didn't come off to me like I have incredible psychopathic tendencies. I have OCD and I'm going to arrange these by size. And that's not how I viewed it. I viewed it as this prima donna asked to be decorated while he was napping.
I mean, that could very well be it. But this version of the Joker, when we first saw the, teaser pic of him, no one thought it was real.
No, I thought it was a joke too.
Everyone thought oh, this is a really cool fan rendition. No one would ever put that on film. Boy, were we wrong. We were so fucking wrong.
That Juggalo Hot Topic mess of a character...
David Ayer, what did you do to him?
I'm not trashing either one of those things. For some reason, Juggalos have started fighting Klansmen, so I'm fine with it. And, I never thought I'd side with Juggalos, but here I am.
Yeah.
2017's a weird, fucked up year.
God, it is.
And Hot Topic, Lord knows I shop there.
Oh, no, I do too.
I do. I buy my socks.
I get my pops from there.
I get my socks, my panties. I got it. But... good God.
Yeah, when we first saw it, we're like, I first went, where the fuck are his eyebrows? And the second thing I go, why is damage on his forehead?
Yeah,
and three,
the tattoos,
some of them were kind of cool, the ha on his chest. I don't mind that. What I mind is damaged right here, and he had no kind of, grin, nothing. What I did like was his grill. And people don't like it, but the practicality of it, because Batman has brass knuckles on his hand. This Joker is after he murders Jason Todd.
See, and
so punching him works.
Since they established that in BVS that Batman did the branding, I wish he would have had the branding on him. He would have looked like such a badass if he had taken 6 or 7 of them to the chest instead of tattoos. If he just had all that on him instead, I would have been like, damn, that's fucking
That would be cool. And this Joker is ripped. Let's get that straight. I mean, Jared Leto,
like Jesus.
He like white Jesus.
Like white Jesus. If you've been to Catholic Church, you know how ripped that man is.
Abercrombie and Jesus. But this Joker, okay, back to this, because this is we gotta talk about this for a second, because it's a hot mess.
It is.
They did the backstory with him going into the vat, because his skin is bleach white. That makes sense. But what I did not like were some of the, I liked the tattoo on the palm, or on the top of his hand with the smile, because he could do that when he smiled, because Batman busted out his teeth.
So
it made sense. That was a practical tattoo.
Reason why I don't like tattoos on the Joker.
Here we go.
Tattoos are often a way for police to identify who you are, connect you to crimes, things like that. The Joker's supposed to be anonymous. To this day, DC Comics has never come out with, hey, this is his name, this is his identity.
They've said Jack Napier, they said this and this, but who knows if it's really
They've gone back and forth. The DC itself has never said, no, that's canon, like they did with Wolverine.
Yeah.
Marvel did with Wolverine. So my issue is somebody like the Joker who always wants to stay anonymous up till then. He doesn't, like, Harley doesn't know who he really is, and he lies to even his closest friends or friends. Why would he have something that easily identifies him?
I think almost at that point, he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, they're known as the king and queen of Gotham, so, I mean, I think that may be the reason, but I do see where you're going with that.
The brands, to me, make more sense because those are forcibly on him. He didn't have a choice. But the tattoos, like, he walked into a tattoo parlor as Joker, and he was like, hey, Steve, I'm going to get this flash today. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that
I
one
like your Joker
off the
voice.
wall. And matching butterfly for the buttocks. Thanks. Yeah. You're running a 2-for-1 special? Yeah.
Cool. It's a Black Friday deal.
Like, what?
I mean, I do see where you're going with that, yes.
Can you imagine Joker walking into a goddamn tattoo parlor?
No, I imagine that Harley did them on him.
Okay.
I imagine that she did them.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I would just assume, or his henchmen. But, I mean, that Joker was very flashy. He was in a goddamn purple Lamborghini.
And a purple crocodile skin or alligator skin jacket.
I like that jacket.
I love the jacket.
I like that jacket.
I wish he would have worn a shirt underneath of it.
No, I like looking at his abs.
But
I do, I mean, you never see him in a full Joker outfit. You see him in a black tux.
He's shirtless for most of the...
He is. He's in a black tux for a portion of it when he rescues Harley. And that's kind of an homage to the Alex Ross design.
That scene was great.
I screamed when I saw her in that classic Harley outfit.
I wasn't expecting
that
was my favorite Joker Harley scene.
It was.
That cute little reference to that beautiful photo.
Yes.
And I will say this, like, Alex Ross has some of the most stylistic art in comic books, and it's so impressive. That man has so much talent, but he cannot draw a feminine-looking woman to save his life unless it's Harley Quinn.
No, Wonder Woman's...
No, Wonder Woman is butch.
He's gotten better with Wonder Woman. He's gotten better over time. He's gotten better.
Anyway.
He's gotten better. His Wonder
Fight me on it. I don't care.
But
I'm not going to die on this hill.
That Joker, yeah, it's a look.
It's a look.
Jared Leto is said to reprise his role again at some point. We don't know if it's going to be Suicide Squad 2, if it's going to be a Joker Harley movie, Gotham City Sirens, we don't know. I'm hoping the prequel where we don't see him in the tattoos.
Fingers crossed.
Or, someone like in the prison society makes him...
He goes to
makes him remove something no, we're gonna...
No, he goes to Dr. Leibowitz at the local laser parlor, and he spends 6 sessions getting them all removed.
Yep, that's not gonna be painful at all.
Can you see Joker just in the waiting room with People magazine?
Yep, just
Mr. Joker, Mr. J,
then he'll...
the laser's ready.
Like I said, it's a look. I'm just thinking that now. It's hilarious. Yeah. But it's a look. It's not my favorite look. Because of that reason. And I was, like I said, super happy that Jared Leto was playing him. I'm glad they kept his color scheme. I'm glad they kept the purple and the greens and everything. But,
it's a hot mess.
It is. I mean, certain things worked on that. A lot of things didn't, though. More things did not work than did work.
So let's talk some of our favorite Joker cosplayers before we hit the books tonight. My favorite Joker, who's national, is actually no longer in the business.
Wow.
He has retired. His name is Harley's Joker. His wife did Joker's Harley, and the two of them were half
wife.
She was girlfriend. She is now wife.
Oh, okay. Mazel tov.
So the two of them they're fantastic cosplayers. They are now actors. That's why they retired. They didn't want...
She still does stuff sometimes.
Right.
But he does not... I have not seen him don the Joker for a while.
He wants to be an actor. He wants to be a performer in a movie. So, he cut cosplay, and that's totally his prerogative, and I miss him very much. But
and I got to meet him when I was in my first time in San Diego. I got to meet her and him, both extremely lovely people, both talented out the ass, and I'm very jealous of that. But his Joker is on point because not only is he cosplaying a Joker, but he acts like the character too.
Yeah,
and that takes it a whole step further. Like he stepped off the page and is just standing right there in the middle of the con floor, like you may pee your pants. I almost did.
Do you remember that photograph he recreated where he had the heads on the wall?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Like
the mountain heads and everything. Yeah. We're going to see if we can put that somewhere.
That is so good.
It is.
That was like his magnum opus too, because he pretty much announced his retirement like
he did also, well, he did the Killing Joke cover too, which was really cool. But this guy is amazing. If you just Google him, Harley's Joker, and you will see what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
But like, I don't think he has his Facebook page anymore. I'm not sure. You can maybe find an old something.
You can definitely Google him. You just Google Joker cosplay, and he's there.
He's like the number 1 and number 2.
Absolutely.
But yes, our hats are off to you, sir, because that was
we miss you.
Great.
You did fantastic, and we're so happy you shared your gift with us.
Yes. My personal favorite is a gentleman by the name of Sparrow's Flight Cosplay.
Now, he often partners with your favorite Harley, too.
Yeah, because they're a couple.
Aww.
Yes, they are boyfriend and girlfriend, and my God, do they go well together.
Yes.
It's like...
their pictures, like, they look so happy.
It's like applesauce on pizza. It goes great. It's fantastic. Are you thinking it's gross?
No, I was moving my glasses.
Oh, I'm like...
because I use them to see.
For those who don't know, applesauce on pizza is really good. Anyway, I'm weird like that. So...
that's a hill to die on right there.
It is.
Like, the internet
No.
may attack you. They're going to be like, Costume Couture, what? Applesauce on pizza?
These bastards. Unsubscribe.
Don't lump me in with that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just... But anyway, this gentleman, from, seeing his cosplay way back when as a Joker to now, holy shit.
Yeah.
He does a full prosthetic.
Yeah.
He does a nose prosthetic, chin, and I believe a brow prosthetic as well.
Oh, that's cool.
And the edges are blended seamlessly. The paint is great. He dyes his hair, I believe, or sprays it, one of the two. But when I met him, he was still kind of working out some of the prosthetics, and now it's very much the Mark Hamill version of the Joker.
It's so seamless. I love it.
It is. And his makeup is gorgeous. And he, again, acts like the character along with Anasni. She acts like Harley Quinn. He acts like the Joker. He does the classic, purple outfit. He's done variations to go with her costumes. He's also a prop maker.
Oh,
and so he makes cool props. I've held some of his props before. I held like a gun that has what's a thingy?
The punching.
That's punching mitts. I guess punching mitt.
Oh my God.
Punching mitt.
Punching mitt.
Well, what is it? Not the punching. It's
the boxing glove.
Thank you. Boxing glove. Punching mitts is what we're going to call it today, folks. Thanks, kids. But I mean, his craftsmanship that he puts into this character, the love of this character is so admirable. And I admire him from afar. I admire him as a friend. And he does great work. He just does some of the best Joker work that I have ever seen. And you see Joker cosplayers at all kinds of cons. They're a dime a dozen. But his stands out so much that you just go like, what are those like? Did you get like surgery to look like that? It's
pretty impressive.
Yes, and he, I believe, makes his own prosthetics too. He's very much, I want to do all of it, or as much as I can. I believe he does all of it. But I mean, I love him, Sparrow. I love you. But he's great, and he also does. Side note, he has a really good Constantine too.
Which I wouldn't lump those two characters together.
No, but just a side note for if you like Constantine too, he does great stuff. But go check out his page at Sparrow's Flight Cosplay on the Facebooks.
Absolutely. So I just found this other guy who is
We're imaging searching.
Yeah, I mean, why not? We have this computer in front of us. His name's Vendaros. And
Wow.
check that out.
That's frighteningly good.
That is amazing, man.
Well, we're going to show you right here. Somewhere.
Absolutely. You're going to look at what we're looking
It's
at. It's
very much Arkham game based, I would say.
I completely agree with that. He's got the extra features that the Arkham games added to the Mark Hamill look, but he still has the beautiful tailored orange vest. He's got the green bow tie, the green hair. He's got the darkened black eyes out, and instead of a tux jacket, it's clearly leather.
Oh, that's a trench coat for sure.
It's beautiful. Really well done, and he embodies it. It looks like he might even be wearing fake teeth to exaggerate,
I can see that, yeah.
Or that he just altered his posing to really accentuate the teeth.
Lighting and posing make the whole lot of difference.
Absolutely. You could do a ton with that.
Yeah, that's really great. That's really good.
I'm going to start following this guy immediately.
I am too.
I absolutely love it.
But that about wraps us up here.
Absolutely.
Sorry, it might have been a long episode.
Do you have Joker cosplays? Let us know. Comment below. We will feature you. Okay. Yeah, this is way...
Sorry, I'm just looking at other things too. It's a female gender bent Jared Leto Joker, and I am in love with it.
Her name's Caitlin, apparently.
Cool.
Or something. I don't know.
We'll find out. We'll put all the links for their pages are going to be down in the description box below. Like us, turn on notifications on this thing.
Miranda Hedman.
Yes. Like I said, turn on notifications, like us, give us feedback, share us, give us love.
Because we love you.
Yeah, we have a Patreon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do.
You can donate as little as $1 every month to get exclusive video access before anybody else. So as a podcast network, we don't really have that much to offer sidewise. You're not going to get images every month sent to your house or props or anything like that. So we give you exclusive access. You get things as soon as we finish them, not any moment earlier or any moment later.
Yeah,
or
you can get them earlier either.
No, you can't get them earlier.
No.
We don't want to send you out crap. But
exactly.
Every month we reenact a scene from an iconic film.
We're extra, basically. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
We're
we
extra.
are low talent and low quality, and well, I am. Ian's extra.
Like, again, don't group. Wait a minute. Dividing wall.
We have a lot of fun with it. They're definitely parodies and plays on what you've seen in the past. So
yes, we're not getting paid for it, so don't sue us.
Right. Now, a while ago, Ian and I had this great fun idea to do a pie eating contest in cosplay if we got new patrons. Now, we didn't, but we'll continue that. We'll honor that.
We're still going to push it, so until the end of the year.
Pie eating contest. Make us eat pie. Okay? Donate $1.
You get to choose the kind of pie,
Make us eat pie. I'm not upset by this.
I'm not either. Let's like some like mincemeat pie. I will not eat it.
I'll eat it.
Nah. We'll leave you on that visual.
Bye, guys.
Bye.